was having one of those days at work today where my overwhelm was starting to build towards anxiety. And with every little thing that went wrong, of course, I couldn't focus on the things that went right, but all the little things that kept going wrong was just sort of tweaking me just a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, until really by the end of the day, I was so burnt out and overwhelmed, and I had just sort of shut down. And I thought, as I was trying to center myself and bring myself back to not feeling this way, I thought, well, now's a good time to review how to deal with small things that my therapist has recommended when trying to deal with overwhelm and the building of anxiety when you're in a situation like that. Try to get up, move around, try to put, some exercises, try to do some walking, try to go outside if you can and do a walk. If you have an ice pack, put it right on the back of the neck, right there. Do some good, healthy breathing, especially if you got the ice in the back of your neck. Try to do some breathing. Any little things like this where we can introduce movement, to our body, where we can get up, leave the room or the computer or the situation where that overwhelm is starting to sort of build into anxiety. If you can get up and do some physical moving about, move your arms, move your legs. People recommend dancing. If you can put some music on that is good, happy, relaxing music or something you can dance to, shake out that energy. When dogs have that thing where they just shake everything out, that's good for us too. If you can shake that sort of stuff out, that helps help you center yourself, helps you sort of fight off that anxiety. If you're starting to feel those feelings of anxiety coming in, this is a good number of things that you can do. You want to always be listening to your body. If you can recognize the signs of that overwhelm starting to build, or where overwhelm is starting to turn into anxiety, if you can recognize those signs pretty quickly and try to take some action. It's hard to do that at work. It's hard, especially if you are in a workplace scenario where you can't necessarily pull away from that situation. But if you can take a break, if you can leave the room, the meeting, the conversation, go somewhere where you can unmask for a few minutes, find some bit of privacy, or go take a walk, or just walk in the stairwell, walk around, or just somewhere where you can kind of change the scenario or the situation. These are the type of things that help me in the workplace. Certainly, you can always tell your colleagues, if you can take a minute, hey, I just need 5 minutes, I'll be back in a minute, or hey, I'm going to be late to that meeting, I'm not feeling very well. Have a couple of those scripts in your head, especially if you have to mask, to get yourself out of, whatever you need to get yourself out of in order to go unwind, unpack, process, do whatever you got to do. Drinking water certainly helps as well, but my favorite is really the ice pack on the back of the neck. It makes a huge difference, especially when I can't go and lay down and rest for a little bit. The ice pack, massive difference for me. And usually only takes about 30 seconds, 45 seconds to a minute for the ice pack to work. And I take deep breaths. And I just sort of feel my way into it. I just sort of let the feeling take me over. And the more I feel my way into it, the more I feel my heart rate come back down. I can feel anxiety decreasing. I take some deep breaths, and I try to not think about whatever that thing is. And then I try to find a thoughtful way to come back to whatever that thing is that's been stressing me out. Can I do things one at a time? Can we break those things down? Whatever those things are that's overwhelming us, and break down those things so that we can figure out, okay, one at a time. How can I turn down the noise on that thing? How can I approach this thoughtfully? How can I tackle these things? How can I think about my task initiation tips so that I can get into those things? Slow it down. Talk to yourself, not to use any negative talk. See if there's somebody who can help you, that you can process out loud with, someone that can help you break down the steps, or if you just need somebody to body double with you. I know, again, for me, having someone body double for me when I'm feeling really overwhelmed is great, because I can either focus on the thing that I need to focus on, or I can look at them and rant for a few minutes and get back to the thing that I focus on. And just having somebody that I can rant to for a few minutes when I'm body doubling, that almost works as well as the ice pack does sometimes, because then I can get that out of my system. But of course, if you're able to have your stim your stim toys with you. I keep this on my desk at all times. I keep one in my bag. Even when I'm in a meeting and I'm thinking about it, I'm just constantly stimming with this, whatever I do. It's very subtle, but it works for me. Hopefully these tips can help if you're feeling overwhelmed and building towards anxiety in the workplace like I did today. I'm feeling better now. I was able to take a nap, got my friend the ice pack. I've done a 3-mile walk. I've done all the things that I said I would do. And the other thing I'll mention that is what I did tonight. I turned off all my work devices and I stopped looking at them. I know I'm pushing that problem off to tomorrow, but I'm hoping tonight I'll get a good night's sleep and I will deal with those things tomorrow and I will ask for help tomorrow. They will hold. And I have to keep telling myself that. There's that ADHD temptation to want to get back into it and to solve it and to try to fix that problem. But autism needs support right now because autism is getting overwhelmed and anxiety. So ADHD's got to sit for a minute because I need this thing. So if I can give ADHD something else to do, I've broken them down into characters, yes. Hopefully that can help. I'm Brett, the Audi Boss. Please like and subscribe. The more you like, the more you subscribe, the more of these I can make and the more people we can help reach with these tips and these suggestions. And join our community where you can share your tips, your ideas. How do you deal with overwhelm in the workplace? How do you deal with, tackling your anxiety before it becomes anxiety in the workplace? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the community. Join us. I'd love to hear from you. Share your tips. We're here to support one another.